Today's video, we are going to be talking about origins, their skills and traits. We are getting rid of the skills box in the sense of you have to pick skills and then roll their value and that's it. There is a skills box, and then now we added a traits box. The thing is, you input the skills and trade you want. If you want to be a pirate, well, for origins, you can be a pirate. You would just pick Wayfinder or Voyager. You would pick Voyager and Outlaw, and you could put, like swindling as one of your skills, and then also Sea Dog or Ship Handler for your other skill, and then as a trade, you could put Smuggler, Thief, maybe a Bounty Hunter, whatever you want to kind of really flesh out your piratey kind of character. You could do that. If you wanted to be like a ranger, well then you would probably pick like Planeskeeper if you wanted to flesh out that ranger style feel with your dryad. That's totally fine. You could totally do that. If you wanted to be like this mercenary of the road, not belonging to anything and belonging to everything, you could pick Nomad. You could totally do that. But regardless of what origin you choose, don't feel like that you are restricted by skills. For an oligor, oligors are those of a militaristic society, so kind of like your soldier. This could also be your mercenary too. It's totally fine. You can choose whatever skills that you would like. Don't feel like if you pick oligor, you can't have, rock climb from Deep Dweller. These are just examples. They're called examples for a reason because they're not restricted or limited to just one origin. You can have whatever skill that you would like. The only thing that I would say is a restriction is, if you're gonna write down Master of Arms and feel like, oh, I get like a +3 to damage, no, that's not the case. That's not how it works, okay? And also GMs, don't let that happen, okay? Please don't. That is going to be written for you in the archive registry. I am going to write it here in the player's handbook, saying, don't write a skill and think that you get like a +17 to that roll. You don't, okay? And also remember, yes, we are keeping the little note where skills can get downgraded to from penalties or attacks by traps, spells, and then like normal weapon attacks or anything like that. They can get penalized for that. As well as you can penalize yourself when you fail a skill check or a skill save. That could totally happen. It's gonna be worded differently, but we are going to do our best in wording it in the sense that it makes sense. It's clear enough for you to understand what skills are being affected. And here's the thing, if you don't have a skill like that, that's cool. Maybe on a roll, because let's face it, even if you don't have that skill, you could still make that kind of check. You're just not going to get you're not going to get the same bonus, if you will. You would most likely use your instinct bonus for that roll. In which case, you probably just get like, disadvantage. You would probably get like a -1 to the roll, something like that. But your instinct isn't going to go down because it can't go down. At least not in the sense of skills. You can get prohibited from not using your instinct bonus. You can also get disadvantage. You could also get like a negative penalty in the sense of a -2, -1, or something like that. But instinct bonus can never go down. It just can't. Trades are pretty much like your profession. Like what were you doing as a job, or maybe a hobby, but you made money off of it that you did before you became an adventurer. So if you were part of that militaristic society, maybe you were a military police officer, maybe you were an engineer, you were a medical researcher, if you were a deep dweller, Maybe you were a miner, a stonemason, geologist. If you were an outlaw, maybe you were a smuggler. Maybe you were a thief, a bounty hunter, a pirate, you know, that sort of thing. That's what your trade is. And when you're doing that kind of when you're in that situation, the trade is supposed to give you a bonus in that situation. So in any, basically it would mean any role that you are doing in that situation, you can either add the trade to that. Basically you just get that bonus of the trade instead of maybe getting advantage, or you add the skill and the trade together as well instead of just getting advantage. I haven't really solidified what it's gonna do per se yet. There's a few things that I have in mind, and I just got to go over them and think about what to do and what not to do, really. So, but I feel like the best option would be, if you are in a situation of piracy, then maybe you would add your trade bonus to your skill bonus, and then you would add that to your roll. You wouldn't necessarily add instinct. Or if you don't have the skill to follow the trade, then you would add your instinct to the trade and add that to the roll. I feel like those two would make more sense and would be totally fine. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know yet. Leave comments down below if you think that's a good idea or not. But anyways, thank you all so much. Sorry that this video was short, but I feel like I kind of explained a bit much in the short. So if you haven't seen the short, go check it out. Again, thank you all so much. Fara Viking, score!